Hey guys, we're going to go through the practice test. It will only be section 6.1, 6.5, 6.6, and we are including 7.1. One of my classes will not have 7.1 until after break. Okay, let's go through, mark everything the way you know. On this one, we're listing the angles and sides of a triangle in order from small to large. On the test, I don't go small, medium, large, so make sure you read the directions. We are only talking about one triangle, just the one. So we look at the small side, medium side, large side, go to the opposite angle. So this angle is my small angle, medium angle, large angle. So when it says sides, we always have to have a start to an end. It doesn't, you do not put just a point. So on this, the shortest side is side PR. The medium side is side QR. Notice I'm using the segment symbol. Large side is segment PQ. Okay, for my angles, I go opposite the shortest side. So angle Q is my small angle. Okay, I'll redo this in dark, okay? My medium angle is going to be opposite my medium length side, so angle P. And then my large angle will be this angle R. I'll go over it with the black, I'm sorry. Okay. This one is the same logic, a little bit more challenging. You have to remember that the golden rule is 180 degrees. The right angle symbol means 90 degrees. I'm going to call this X just for ease, convenience. So 48 plus 90 plus X equals 180. And then you're just subtracting, right? You do not have to write the equation. Some of you guys do, right? So this angle is 42 degrees. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing. Opposite, we're talking only about one triangle. One. We're not comparing two triangles. It's just this one. So opposite of the smallest angle is the shortest side. Opposite the medium angle, medium side. And then opposite my large angle, 90 is the longest side. Okay, so angle small to large. You could use only one letter because there is no other angle at this point G. So angle G is my smallest. Angle D is medium. And then angle F is the large angle. The small side, again, is the short side. So you go beginning to end. You have to have a start and an end. The medium, G to F. Side, segment, GF. And the largest segment, GD. In this diagram, it says which angle in triangle XVW has the greatest, the largest, and we're talking angle, largest measure. Since we have 24 is my longest, largest side, the angle opposite, the hinge angle that opens to it is angle W, which is answer C. Okay. Find the range of the measure of the third side of a triangle when you know two sides. The two sides that we know are 14 and 32. So we want to know how long can this be. This can continue to open and open and open, and the maximum would be 46. So we have to be less than 46. If we're at 46, it's going to be flat, which is not a triangle. If I make 32, you don't have to move it like this. And this side's 14. And if I want it to be flat, just a touch, and not even be a triangle, just to be flat, on this, I'm going to go 32, subtract 14, right? That gives me 18, and that would be flat. So we know that x has to be longer than 18. On this one, when we did it, we went 14 plus 32. We got 46. So x is less than the sum, and x is more than the difference, meaning we subtract. You could put it together. This answer is acceptable, but you could also say less than 46. Keep the same direction of the inequality sign. If you're reading from right to left, it's saying x is greater than 18. So you've got 18 is less than x is less than 46. Okay, that's number 3. This is a harder one on the test that is most often, this problem is one of the most often missed questions. Okay, so I'll put it right here. And I don't care which way you put this answer. You could use either, whichever works for your brain the best. Okay, given a triangle with lengths 17 and 29, I'm going to do this one quicker. X has to be less than the sum. So x is less than 46. Okay, and then x has to be greater than the difference. Okay, so x is less than 46 and x is greater than 12, or you could write it, right? I don't care. X is between 46 and 12. Your symbols have to be going in the right direction. Which of the following are possible lengths for the third side of the triangle? So I have to have numbers between 46 and 12. 30 is between there. 41 is between. 12, nope, if you put 12 in there, it's going to be flat. If you put 46, it does not say equal to, it says less than 46, more than 12. Okay, over here, use a figure at the right to answers A through C. A, B, C, we're using this diagram, okay? I can't do anything till I know what all of these are. My first problem, I got to remember the golden rule is 180, so I'm going to write an equation and solve for x. Oops. So I went x plus 44, x plus 89, plus 65. That gives me 1, 2, I've got 2x plus, and I'm going to add these up. And you guys stop, right? You stop anytime. Don't just do what I do, like learn it, stop it, do it. This one seems like you're doing something wrong because you're going to get a negative answer. And it works out okay, so don't freak on it. Okay, now when I do this, let me move stuff. Okay, I'm going to get my little owl. I like him. Okay, okay. You've got negative 9. And that is okay because when you replace x with negative 9, when you plug in negative 9 right over it, right? So I'm just taking the negative 9, I'm writing it right over here. Just stick it on top. Negative 9 right on top of there. So I'm going negative 9 plus 89. That will give me 80. Negative 9 plus 44. That will give me 35. So I'm taking this value and plugging it in, right? Substituting it in. So I've got x equals negative 9. Measure of angle A, I'll write it here again, is your x plus 44. So we went ahead and did negative 9 plus 44, and that gave us our 35. That's how we got A. B, we're told it's 65 degrees. These are all degrees. And then C is going to be x plus 89, so negative 9 plus 89, which is your 80. Okay, there you go. So now we know our angles. These are the measures of our angles. So the question says, list the angles in order from small to large. So small, medium, large, okay? So small, will be length BC is my small. Oh, angles. I didn't do this part first, sorry. Okay, let's finish this. I wrote this, but I didn't fill it in. My small angle is angle A. My medium angle is angle B. And my large angle is angle C. Now it says which is longest. So I've got small, medium, large. So my large one is going to be opposite here. Side AB is my longest. Okay? Keep stopping it wherever you guys need to stop it. Oh no, did I show all that? Golly, you guys, I don't know if I showed it all. Okay? Tell me what you, well, you can email me if you have questions also. There's all the work. I'm sorry, I got to be more aware of the camera. Okay, I'm going to flip it over. Next page. Now, on these, you can kind of cheat. All you're doing is looking for congruent triangles. Okay? We're using HLs for congruent triangles, and I think what is the other one? Maybe side angle side. Okay, so here we go. This one's an HL. Q is equidistant from the sides of the triangle. Distance is that length of that perpendicular segment. Okay, and I'm already being told distance means it's perpendicular, the segment's perpendicular, and we're already showing that. This is already marked in the picture. It says the diagram's not to scale, so don't worry. Find the value of X and find the measure of angle TSR. Okay, just real quick review. This triangle is congruent to this triangle by HL. So because they're congruent, because this is equidistance, I know that this equals this. Most of these problems are part equals part. Okay, so on this question it says, what does X equal? X equals a 2. And then it says, what is the measure of angle TSR? The only thing you got to watch when you do these is that you read what it says. TSR is saying the whole angle. This whole angle, the whole thing. So really, you don't have to. For this one, you guys can look at it. If this is 24, that means this is 24. 24 plus 24 is your 48. If you want to plug 2 in here, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 24, which it should have been because these have to be the same because the triangles are congruent. So 24 and 24 again is 48. You really didn't need to do anything to do this part of the question. Okay, on this one, line ZX is the perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector of WY, it bisects. So this equals this. When this happens, you're going to have side, angle, side, side, angle, side. These two triangles are congruent. It says from W to Z is 4n minus 13, and from Y to Z is n plus 17. Again, this is going to be a part equals part. The question says find the length of YZ. First thing we have to do is solve the equation for n, and then we will plug that in to find the length. So this is a part equals part. So I've got 4n minus 13 equals n plus 17. Take away 1n, take away 1n. Golly. If I have 4 n's, take away 1 n, I have 3 n's remaining. To inverse of subtract 13 is to add 13. Inverse matched is multiplied. Inverse of multiply is division. And you end up with n equals 10. Okay, now I could go back. My question says find the length from y to z. From y to z. That's n plus 17. I know that n is equal to a 10. 10 plus 17 is 27. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, this one says which of these lengths can be the lengths of the sides of a triangle. Okay, if you guys remember, two sides always have to be greater than the third side. So really, when you look at these, if I stick the longest one on bottom, that's the easiest way to go, and compare for that, is 10 plus 2 more than 18? No, it won't touch. You can't even make a triangle with that. So that one is no. Okay, look at the longest side. 13, 13, 13. Could I make a triangle with that? 13 and 13, 26. 26 more than 13. That would be the same for all of these. So absolutely, that one works. Triangle with this. 11's on the bottom, 5 and 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. So this isn't enough to poof up. You can't make a triangle with that. This would be flat. Okay, this one, the longest side, I'm going to put on bottom so I can visualize better. 14, 8, 12. 8 and 12 is 20. And that is greater than 14. So yes, that's possible. And you could check all of them. The longest one's the one you have to check. But 14 and 12, 26. Yeah. 14 and 8, 22. Yeah. So these are the two, B and D. Okay, now this one is different. On the rest of this, numbers 10 and 11, we are comparing two triangles. I'm going to go back to the first page real quick. When we did the whole first page, one triangle, one triangle, one triangle, everything was within one triangle. Now we are talking about two different triangles. So when I look at this one, okay, I've got my orange triangle, and I've got my yellow triangle. Does that show up? Okay. And I could see that I have sides congruent, right? Side, that's one pair of sides, and then they share this side, right? So I've got side, 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 side. And then this time I've got the opposite sides. Because we're talking lengths, x cannot be negative. X has to be positive. So 5x is bigger than 3x. So this is big, this is small. That means angle opening up to it, the included angle, the hinge angle has to be big, right? This one's big. And then this angle here is small. So angle 1's my big, angle 2's my small. So we're going to go greater than. So the measure of angle 1 is larger than the measure of angle 2. Okay, let's look at number 11. Similar, we've got two different triangles. We've got this triangle and we've got this triangle here. Okay, 70, 75, 55, 80. Congruent, congruent. Okay? So we look for the hinge angle. Where do these two angles meet? These two sides meet. I'm sorry, where do the two sides meet? Right here. Where do these two sides meet? Right here. That's my hinge angle, which is also called my included angle. I don't have numbers on either one of these, so I'm going to have to use the golden rule of 180, right? We've got to use our 180. 70 plus 75, we'll call this x. 145, subtract your 145. You get x is equal to 35. So this angle right here is 35. That's how much that angle is. We're going to do the same thing down here. The golden rule is 180. So this angle here is 45. We're talking about how much this angle opens. Now, I've got side, angle, side, side, angle, side. Again, it's two sides of one triangle are congruent to two sides of another triangle, and the included angle is larger than the other included angle. Then the side opposite, the larger angle, is longer than the side opposite, the smaller angle. So I know then this side here is my larger, this side's my shorter. So it's asking, this is from G to H, that's my shorter. From J to I, that's my longer. So I'm using a less than. Okay, second hour, you guys do not have to go past here. I will teach you this after break. We ran out of time. The rest of you guys, we're still on. Find the sum means total, of the measures of the interior angles of a 45 gon. So the formula is sum equals the number of sides minus 2 times 180. The number of sides is 45. And then get your calculator, punch that in. And I got 7740, 7,740. D. Now this time, it's telling me find the measure of each angle of a regular 45 gon. So this question builds off of this. This time we're going to each individual angle. We know that it's regular. Because it is regular, that means all angles are equal and all sides have equal lengths as well. If there's 45 sides, that means there are 45 angles. We talked about the number of sides and the number of angles are always the same. So my total is 7,740. I'm dividing that between 45 angles. Okay? We're not saying the number of triangles. That's how we figure the formula. We're saying each angle of the 45 gon. Okay, 45 sides. So let's go 7740 divided by 45. And I get 172. Okay? Got this picture over here. This one says, find the value of x. Okay, go to something we know. I'm going to flip this over real quick. Okay, look at what we got. It looks kind of like a baseball diamond-ish, a little bit. Home plate. If I give you a triangle, we've done a problem already today, and I say this is x, 2x, and this is 50, you would say, oh, Lipinski, the golden rule is 180. And we do the sum, find the sum, and set it equal to 180. That's how we would do this. But we have to know what the sum equals. Okay? Now, there's a problem like this on the test. That's why it's on the review. If I look at this right here, I'm going, okay, I know that I have to know what this total is. I can't just write x plus 150 plus 102 plus 84 plus 2x. What does it equal? I have to know what it equals. To find what it equals, we're going to use this formula. The sum equals the number of sides minus 2 times 180. Remember what that means. How many triangles do I have? Your number of sides. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 5 sides, so I plug in your 5. 5 minus 2 gives me 3 triangles. So the formula is, again, S equals n minus 2 times 180. It gives me my number of triangles, which is, oh, I want to put a 5 in here. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 times 180, 540. Okay, this is what my sum equals. The whole total is 540. So when I do this one, sorry, I have to write it up crooked. Okay, that's my 540. Now let's add our like terms. I've got 2x and x is 3x. 3x plus 336 equals 540. Go ahead, subtract 336. And I've got 3x equals 204. And x is equal to a 68. Okay? And that's all we had to do on this. It didn't say we had to find the other angles. It just said what x is. Okay, almost there. 2 more. This one's easy. Any polygon, okay, if it's convex, the exterior angle sum is always 360. That's all we got to know. 360. That's all you got to do. Now, if the exteriors are 360, and if the figure is regular, which means all the sides are equal, all the angles are equal, I know there's 10 sides, which also means that there are 10 exterior angles. Okay? So 360 divided by 10, and that gives me 36. Each angle has to be 36. Okay, let me know if you have questions. That's it. Hope you do well on your test. You guys enjoy your weekend.